Hi, thank you for taking the time to listen to my video. My name is Melissa Hood. I go to Concordia University and I'm enrolled within their Educational Development Doctorate program. Honestly, it's a miracle that I'm even standing in the position that I'm standing in, because Kaminsky stated back, I think it's Kaminsky 2013, he stated that only out of all high school students with ADD, ADHD, only 12% graduate from high school. Out of that 12%, only 7% go on to attain an undergraduate degree, and out of that 7%, only 4% attain their master's, where out of that 4%, only 1.2 will ever get a PhD. So you see, it's a miracle that I'm even standing here before you today making this video, because had you asked me 6 or 7 years ago, hey, would you like to go get a doctorate degree, I'd laugh at you, because I didn't think I was smart enough. And not only was I smart enough, without knowing, because of the way that I learned, and my IQ levels are off the charts, but I didn't learn that until my master's program. And so I kind of felt like the joke was on me for even believing that about myself. So I wanted to thank you, because my opportunities, because of the program that I'm in, have really been utilized to help transform a program within Texas State University's occupational education program, as well as in their Office of Disability Services. I won awards, an Outstanding Achievement Award in my master's, for doing my research on students with disabilities and their coping skills, which helped the university in teaching the university how students like myself learn. And so my life goals are to help people like myself and to teach them, hey, we're not stupid, we just learn differently. That's all. And I had learned this by observing the patterns in the way that I learned within my undergraduate program. And so my goal, my life goals, are to help students like myself and to help bring healing to the heart, mind, and soul by writing books and through my research and just charitable contributions through my own community service and things like that I do in my personal time. I wrote my first book in 2012. It's called Memoirs of an ADHD Mind, which takes the reader on a wild roller coaster ride of what it's like for those like myself who struggle with ADHD. I lost 40 jobs in 15 years learning to overcome the condition. So my journey has been one of heartbreaking determination, endurance, and resilience. But I always knew that there had to be a way to overcome. But I never knew that something that is that a condition, I don't even consider it a condition, I consider it a gift, but that it's baffled me most of my life, would turn into such a blessing and hopefully not just help me, but help many. And so the condition has really showed me what I was made of, and I knew a long time ago when the condition was at its height that there had to be a way to overcome, and I was determined to find that way and to move into the dreams that I longed for. And I did it so much so that I almost got hyper-focused on just doing that. And so I kind of forgot what my purpose was, and I got lost in that. And so it affected the way that I learned. It affected the way that my memory retention. It affected my ability to sit still in the classroom. It affected so many different things. But once I learned how it affected me and the way that I learned, was I able to implement coping skills and overcome. But what was so funny about it was that I thought everybody knew about these skills. I thought, well, everybody does this. That's the only way these students are in college. But it wasn't until I did my research that I found out, with professors looking at my work, and they're like, where did you learn this? Where did you learn this? I mean, these things. And I was like, I just did it. I just did it. It's what I did to survive and to maneuver through and to maneuver into higher level critical thinking skills. And so I also learned through my faith. I have a strong belief in the Lord, and after losing one of my jobs, it was probably up in like almost the 40 range, where I lost so many jobs. And after losing one of my jobs, I sat out in the parking lot and I said a prayer. And I told the Lord, I said, you know, God, you said that you make a way where there is no way, that through Christ I can do all things. And I told him, I said, I need your help, because I don't know what this obstacle is that's hindering me from maneuvering into my dreams. But I also learned that through his help and wisdom, I could be an overcomer. And I don't know about you, but I'm a firm believer that anything in this life is overcomable with the life of Christ and within our own lives, maneuvering through prayer and adding the power of the spoken word over it, which is 100% effective 100% of the time, because God says in the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So if the Word is God, the Word is power. So when you're releasing God on your words into your situation, you're releasing 100% effectiveness to change that situation. And so I started putting it to the test. And I know God says not to test him, but I did, because I was so desperate for an answer that I needed his help. And so I observed within my own life, making my own life become a walking, talking miracle in the power, in the healing power of God's Word. And so I watched my life transform, and I watched my learning abilities transform and maneuver into higher level learning. And now he's taking me farther than I ever thought I could achieve. And so you see, Jesus really does love us that much, and he really does want to get to know each one of us that much. And I believe that my life purpose now is helping anybody that struggles with learning and that struggles in education or any of these facets to learn these skills so they can maneuver into their dreams. That's become my passion now. I actually came out of the film industry, and I was a designer in costuming design for about 28 years, but I wasn't satisfied, and it was because my life passion was really in helping people. And it wasn't until I plugged into that true passion that I really step into destiny. And so that's why I'm here before you today and applying for the scholarship. And it's in hopes that you might give me the opportunity to utilize the funds and to apply it to my higher level education. I thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me, and I hope you have a blessed day. God bless you. Bye-bye.